Hi guys, welcome to the serene sanctuary in the heart of Ubud that blends Balinese craftsmanship, nature, and impeccable interior design. If there was one house in the world that I could just take with me and move right in, it would be this one. It is one of the most beautiful homes I've ever seen and you will absolutely love it. So let's go and dive right in. Follow me. We already made our way through the entry jungle, and as soon as you enter this house, you enter a majestic, large, open living area, and it is absolutely incredible. As we come inside, we directly look all the way through the house and to this large, open glass facade that just shows us the incredible rice field view. And actually, if you wake up here in the morning, and if you get lucky on a clear day, you can actually look at the largest volcano in Bali, Mount Agung, directly from this living room. This is the home of a young family who just moved in. The home was finished in August in 2025, and it is the home of James Sebastiano, the founder of Alchemy, a really cool cafe on Bali. And I can't wait to show you this incredible space. You know what I think is really crazy? My YouTube analytics are showing me that over 70% who are watching our videos every single week are not subscribed. And so it would really mean the world to me if you could double check if you've subscribed or not. And if you haven't, subscribe to our channel, because that is the easiest way, that is completely free for you to support this channel, and so that I can continue to show you all of these incredible homes. As you probably noticed, once we enter this house, the entire structure of this home is made from wood, and it has actually been all created from reclaimed and recycled wood that has been collected throughout Bali. We have a few different types. So we have teak, ulin wood, which is like a local wood, and also timber. And the home has been created to be in constant dialogue with the architecture. And it has all been created by Avalon and his team, Kalpataru. And so we have these large glass facades to both sides of the home, and the nature just coming in. And I love that the walls are rhythmically structured through these large wooden frames, because they just give the entire architecture its just very distinct character. Over here, we are already in the living room area, and it is just one large open space. So all of the furniture that you see here has actually been created on Bali and are custom designs. We have a very large, comfortable living area with two comfortable sofas that are covered in this gorgeous muted green petrol linen fabric. And all of the fabrics and materials that you find in this house are very raw. I already mentioned the incredible wooden structure, but also just take a look at this incredible sofa table. It is literally just two large raw slabs of stone, and you can just see how massive it is. Comment if you like it. I absolutely love it. Now, this house has been a collaboration between different artists and craftsmanship, and it was actually designed by Earthline architects, also architects who work very sustainably and locally on the island. And you can just really get a sense of Ubud and of Bali within this house, because there are so many different crafts that have been combined. There also is local art that also really pops off of this more darker, neutral background. You'll see a lot of really cool art here. And so this home really just blends the unmistakable energy and atmosphere of this more rural, Bali-style living with a more sophisticated and luxurious design. And I really love this bold connection of the two worlds. In the center of the open living room area, we have the dining table, and it is one large round glass table that is framed from a large piece of wood. And from the same wood, the chairs have also been created, and you just have this very sculptural, circular design. Round tables are always great if you have small kids, because there are just a few corners less where your kids can bump their heads. So that is always really great. Now, most of you probably already know that I love color, and I love the relationship between color and interior design. And if you want to get the 5 mistakes that you were probably making when it comes to using color in your interiors, I've created a guide that is completely free. You can get it by scanning this QR code or by clicking the link in the description. To do that, you need to take out your phone, open the camera app, and then point it at the QR code, and it will just redirect you directly to the guide. And I also really like this large, soft textural lamp that is draped above it. If you take a closer look, it is actually made from this really raw and natural paper, but because it is so raw, it behaves almost like a fabric, and it is absolutely beautiful because it just creates this very textural, soft design. And of course, every good design must have its own flowers. So here we have flowers and even a little fruit bowl. And this home is actually one of the homes that is hosted by Stays with Lola. So it is really all thanks to Kat, the owner of Stays with Lola, for making it possible that we are here and we get to show this to you and to our community today. We even had a little welcome, and their service and also the homes that they show are just incredible. So if you're looking to find a cool place on Bali, definitely go and check them out. And her husband, John, is actually the one who built this house with his company, Bali Construction. And this is just one of the few things that I really love about Bali, that there's just this very tight-knit community of expats who are all creating amazing experiences and stays together. Over here we have the kitchen, and it really is a very large and spacious kitchen. And I feel like we can really see this juxtaposition of the old and reclaimed wood on this side versus the more luxurious counterbalance over here. So this kitchen island is actually completely draped in this gorgeous light green marble, and it is super beautiful. You know I love colors, and I love it when people don't go for just your basic white Carrara marble. But so here we have this beautiful green accent, and then as a counterbalance we have these almost black kitchen cabinets that are also made from reclaimed wood, and behind them you have your fridge hiding. So here we have an integrated fridge, for example, or a freezer, or anything you might need, and it just is a very seamless, simple, but luxurious design. Now, because this home isn't just a vacation rental, but it is actually meant for people who actually live here, it also has an office. So come with me and let me show you. And over here in the hallway, we have again a small but very thoughtful design element, and that is that this entire side of the house has also been completely clad in glass. But to add some privacy and to shield from the sun, we have these small pieces of wood that just add privacy. It actually just started to rain, and I can hear the rain, and I just love that you're just so exposed and immersed within the nature that is surrounding us. And so in front of this glass facade, we actually have a large open shelf that is also made from the same wood as a construction. And on top of it, we have a gorgeous and incredible collection of different ceramic artists from the island or different small Indonesian sculptures. And you can just really get lost in every single detail. Now follow me to the office. And even though this design is perfectly rooted in Balinese traditional architecture, we also have some more Japanese-inspired elements, and that is these two sliding doors. And we even have a bit of Balinese rattan instead of Japanese shoji paper, which I think is quite cool. And so in this room, we actually have both the office as well as a second, more informal living room area hiding, and I really love it because it is one long space. For once, a chair my size. And the two zones within this room are actually visually connected by this really large artwork. Usually, I am not really a big fan of like very long and horizontal art because most of the time it just really doesn't fit the space it's in. But this is actually one of the only few examples that I've seen where it really works. And so over here, we have a small office with also one of my favorite chairs. You know which one it is. Comment down below if you know it. It is super comfortable. And then on this side of the wall, we have an inbuilt black open shelf where we have a lot of different books, and your inspiration can just really roam free as you're looking outside the window. Also, I almost forgot to mention, over here, we have the second more informal living room area, but I believe that it really just doubles as a small, comfortable way to watch movies. And so within this integrated open shelf, we actually have the TV hiding, which is great because that means that it isn't in the main living room area. And also in this room, you can go outside onto the terrace that surrounds the entire house. And this is also a beautiful example of indoor and outdoor living. As you can see, it's raining right now, but I really love rain. And if you're in a house as beautiful as this, it doesn't matter. And you can just really see that Earthline architects paid attention to every single detail. And so also the outside furniture is super gorgeous and beautiful. I really love the design. As for the pool, it has a more unconventional shape because it is very long and narrow, but it's perfect if you actually want to swim and not just hang out in your pool. It's really nice. If we go around the corner over here, we have a barbecue, a large outdoor table, as well as a gorgeous little sauna in the backyard. Are you ready to see the 3 incredible bedrooms? I think yes, so come with me. And now here we have the first primary ensuite bedroom, so please follow me. And here again, we have just impeccable design. So as soon as you enter your own walk-in wardrobe that is completely covered in this gorgeous, traditional, very small patterned rattan, and it just feels very luxurious. And also at the same time, it is very local to the island. And inbuilt wardrobe solutions always create this hotel-like feeling and just this very clean aesthetic. And over here, we actually enter the ensuite bedroom. To this side, the bathroom is hiding, but I'll show you that in a second. Please follow me. And now, isn't this just one of the most gorgeous bedrooms that you've ever seen? It has a lot of clean lines. There isn't a lot standing inside it, but it doesn't feel empty because you're just completely covered and hugged from these gorgeous wood panels. I actually just recently did a video on trends in 2026 and cultural shifts we're seeing within design, and wood paneling and saying bye to white walls is one of them. So if you're interested, you can check it out. And we have the strong pop of blue color. It is just so cool. And I just really love the raw and authentic texture of the wood. And actually, because all of the wood of the structure of the house has been repurposed and used and collected from different bridges or different unfinished buildings on Bali, they were all in completely different sizes. And so the woodworking studio and the architects really had to cut them all up to similar sizes and see what you could do with each different piece of wood. And I feel like the work really paid off. Below the artwork, we have a gorgeous Eames lounge chair standing that has been upholstered in this checkered pattern. And I've never seen anything like this. It's super cool. And this is just one of the few benefits that you have when you're living on Bali, that you can do whatever you can dream of. Over here, we have the large bed that is covered with these gorgeous fairy curtains. And the entire color palette in this bedroom is very muted and pared down so that you can just enjoy your jungle view. And the design is also very minimalistic, but very smart at the same time. So the bed frame actually is a natural extension of the wall. And we also have a small inbuilt niche that doubles as a bedside table, and 2 beautiful, very modern glass sconces that just add this very contemporary and luxurious character. Now let me show you the bathroom. Now the bathroom will really shock you. Please follow me. Now this bathroom is just a work of art. It is unmistakably a very luxurious and gorgeous bathroom. We have this beautiful light green marble again as a very large custom sink, but at the same time you still feel the local heritage of Bali. And I almost didn't believe this, and that is that all of these beautiful small green tiles are actually a local custom creation just for this house, and each one has been crafted by hand, and that is why they have these beautiful small gorgeous irregularities that just create this very raw and authentic design. And one thing that I've never seen anywhere before, but that I really like, is that over here we actually have 2 showers. So if you're coming here with your partner, one person can shower here while the other one showers over here. And here we actually have a beautiful freestanding bathtub that is made from emerald green acrylic. And I think that this is really interesting because we actually also filmed a second home that has quite a similar bathtub. It will come in a few weeks. Now over here we have the second ensuite bedroom, and the entry to the bedroom is this very narrow, tall hallway that kind of seems to hug you, and it just feels like a very intimate entry into this gorgeous bedroom. We have a similar design like in the first one, only it's a bit more compact. So behind this rattan, we also have the custom designed wardrobe. And over here, we have the large bed that is put on a beige carpet with a very raw and strong beige textural fabric that is very cool. And one thing I love about this bedroom is that to this side, we have this large, vast, expansive view of the lush jungle and of the nature. And then over here, as a second small focal point, we have a traditional artwork, also of the gorgeous nature and view of Bali. And I just love the small connection, both in color as well as in context. Now, of course, this bedroom also has its own walk-in bathroom, and it is hiding behind this door. Even though this bathroom is a bit smaller than the first one, it feels very grand and luxurious because we have very high ceilings, and above the shower, we actually have a skylight. And so when the sun comes out and you're taking a shower, the light is just like playing and reflecting on these incredible handmade tiles, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And the sink consists actually of one really large slab of stone where you have an integrated small sink at the top. It's super beautiful and very minimalistic. Now let's go and take a look at the third bedroom. Now this bedroom is similar to the one that we've seen before, but what makes it unique and super cool is that here we have one very large slab of wood that is floating and that has been turned into a small floating table. And on top of it, we also have a gorgeous artwork of the lush nature of Bali. I absolutely love it. This would be probably my dream desk. Comment if it would also be yours, because in my opinion, desks are always too small. And now have fun watching the next video.